So what did you think of Tyson tonight? It was pretty special.
I thought it was a great debut in Vegas. You know, the difference between the fight when he fought Deontay was that if you look up to leading up to that fight over a period of about 7 months, he lost 147 pounds. So he was training to make the weight. This fight, he trained for a fight, so it wasn't a weight issue. And his body was much stronger and so forth. And you know, the other guy come to fight. There's no doubt about that. He didn't come to roll on the floor, but he was just, Tyson's is head and shoulders above all these guys as far as skill and ability is concerned. I've been saying for a while, when he's 100%, he is the best heavyweight out there bar none. He should be the WBC champion anyway.
Right. When he comes back September 21st or October 5th.
It's one of those dates, yeah.
Where will the fight be, do you think? In the United States?
Yeah, in the United States.
Madison Square Garden?
Maybe. There's talk of the East Coast, so that'd be an obviously,
Tyson seemed to like it here in Vegas.
Well, he loves it in Vegas. He loved being in there, but I think in all probability it will be in Madison Square Gardens, and then after that, providing he comes through, he's going to go fight somebody if he ranks in the top 5. Providing he comes through that, then hopefully we can get the Wilder fight on in Vegas.
How do you think assuming he wins his next fight, Deontay has a hard fight? Deontay has a hard fight. If they do get to that fight, how do you think the second fight plays out?
I think Tyson's got his number. I really do. Deontay can't outbox him. We've seen that, and he won't outbox him. But he's probably the hardest punching heavyweight in the last 25 years, no doubt about it. And if he catches you, as he did catch Tyson, you're in trouble. He's a phenomenal puncher, but I always say a good boxer will always beat a big puncher. And Tyson can bang himself. He's not, he can whack himself. And the last round when he got off the floor, he had Deontay in a bit of trouble. He weren't having it all his own way. So I think that level playing field. He's got another fight now. He's going to have a fight under his belt. He's going to be, I think, at least 50% better than he was when he fought Deontay.
Any idea for opponents for the next fight?
No, not yet. We've not discussed that. We didn't want to be no banana skins, as we see what happened with Joshua.
How tricky is that? Because you want to get him in there with a guy who's credible. You don't want to get him in there in a dogfight either, right?
No, I think the skills he's got some talent there. I mean, first of all, he doesn't look like he's a fast. He doesn't. I'm not being disrespectful. He doesn't look like he's very athletical. He's got phenomenal footwork. He's got great. His hand to eye coordination. You look at all of it. He's got everything going for him. He's a very great defensive boxer. He's a good offensive. He's got that whole package. And I just think that whoever he's in there with, they're going to struggle. Whoever does. And if he's 100% and he's where he should be, then there's no doubt about it in my mind that he'll do a job on him. How you doing, young man? Right.
What can you say about the Anthony Yarde? I saw that fight might happen in the fall now. What is there?
Well, it's not our fault that it happened. So we had a meeting over the weekend here, and hopefully we'll be in a position next week to announce it. My guy, we signed for it once already.
But Kovalev has a court case coming up too. Is that going to be?
I don't think his case comes up until October, November.
Is it? Okay, I thought it was August. Maybe it's.
The fight will still be in Russia, do you think? Or
Yeah.
Well,
provided
you don't look.
Look, it says a lot about my guy that he's willing to go there. I mean, he's going. If it does happen, it'll be in the other guy's backyard. But a few things got to happen before it's announced.
Some more guarantees than you got before the last time.
Yeah. But we want it. We want it to happen.
September, you think, might be the time?
For Russia?
Yeah. Russia with love.
How concerned are you about Wilder's fight in the fall? Forget Tyson's fight. How concerned are you about that?
Well, look, anything can happen with heavyweights. And his fight last time with Ortiz was quite, Ortiz gave him a really good fight, didn't he? There's no doubt about it. I tend to agree with Tyson, though. He's an older guy, and I think Wilder would be on a bit of a high. Well, he's very surprised if he got beaten, but if he did, what can you do?
Fight Wilder-Ortiz, I guess, right?
Yeah, whatever. Who's ever there? Who's ever there?
One door opens, another door, or one door closes.
Another one opens. Yeah. You know, remember he all this time he had out and whatever. He's been through a load of crap. All he's just pleased to be fighting.
What about your other heavyweight show next month with Dubois and Warman?
Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I hold my hands up. I didn't make the fight. It was made for us.
Seems a little bit early, to be honest. In the United States, we wouldn't do it.
No,
yet.
I wanted to wait until give them another 6 to 9 months. But the British Boxing Board of Control ordered Joe Joyce, who's also on the card. They ordered him to defend the title against Daniel, and we were quite willing to go with that. But then Joe decided that he wanted to fight for a different title rather than a British title. He wanted to go for a European or a guy who's ranked, world ranked guy. And then they nominated Nathan Gorman to go in. So I said, listen, fellas, let's leave it. Let's do it another time. But neither of them would agree to withdraw. So that's how it happened.
Reminds me a little bit of when Miguel and
yeah, I made it with Groves.
Groves fought early on.
Yeah, and both of them went on to win world titles.
What I was going to say, so whoever loses,
It's not the end of the world. They're young men.
It's heavyweights,
Yeah.
so he'll be back.
Will Joe fight the winner?
Sorry?
Will Joe fight the winner?
I hope so. That's what we'd like to happen. Yeah.
But his fight with Jennings, that's a pretty big step up.
He's got a tougher. You know what? He won a silver medal. He's only had 9 fights now. I think it's a bit of a call for him. They wanted it. They asked for the fight, so we made the fight.
And Jennings is a lot faster than him, so it'll be.
He's a bit lively, isn't he? He's not a static target, is he? He's going to give him a good fight, and he's going to have to be really on the money on the night.
How about Billy Joe Saunders? What's next up for him?
Well, I'd like to make the Callum Smith fight, but we made him an offer, and we've never heard anything back from him. We spoke to Chris Eubanks. Chris Eubanks Jr. They don't want to know. No one wants to fight him. He scares everybody off. Listen, on his day, on his night, he's a phenomenal fighter. You can ask David Lemieux, and that was the worst thing that happened for him, was fighting David Lemieux. Eric Gomez was sitting ringside, and I looked up at him as the fight was panning out, because remember when he went into that fight, Bill wasn't the favourite. Everybody made Lemieux the favourite, and as I looked down the line, and I said to him, Canelo, and he went. And I knew. I told him after. I said, "That ain't never going to happen. That fight. I won't fight you."
What do you think happened with Warrington today? What did you think of that fight?
I thought he won it. I thought the other guy, Galahad, he's a horrible fighter to fight. He didn't come. If you're fighting someone for the world title, you've got to go and rip it off him. And all he did. It was a single shot. I thought the commentary, by the way, the British commentary, which is the TV company I work with, I thought it was dreadful. But if you look at way that, and it was to continue holding. And what annoyed me is the referee said to him about 2 or 3 times, "That's your lot, one more time." If he'd have docked a point on him, it would have been a different fight. Lose a point, you ain't going to do that again unless he's stupid. And that's what he should have done, and it would have made it a more entertaining fight for the fans. But it was quite frustrating. He's one of those guys. He's in that. That's why Ricky Hatton never ever fought Junior Witter, because those guys, they.
I like why guys don't want to fight Billy.
Yeah, it's just you may be right. Yeah, you may be right. But Bill does come to. I mean, Bill's evasive. But he doesn't hold people. He comes to fight. That's what I don't. And I hate all that. And I hate it when all the. I mean, one stage he had both his arm holding to one of his arms.
Is there any update on who Frampton's opponent could be?
No, not yet. We're working on that with Bob at the moment.
Because is the goal still to fight Valdez at the end of the year?
Yeah, that's it. And we hope fights Valdez, and the winner of that fights Josh.
He's going to fight in Philadelphia, is that right? Frampton, or?
I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure.
Great. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, fellas. All the best.